may have fond memories of playing with your Lionel trains, or you may be part of a Thomas the Tank engine generation. Either way, people love trains. My next guest is a train enthusiast. I'd like to have you meet Paul Gruetzman. Paul, you came in all dressed with your, is the train right outside or the locomotive? Where'd you come in?
Little problem there. I got the engine into the parking lot fine, but the caboose is blocking Wood Hill Drive. So.
Oh, good. Tell us a little bit about your background regarding model trains.
I grew up living not far from the Sioux Line and still live near the Sioux Line, and I've modeled trains practically all my life. When I found the Twin City Model Railroad Museum, I kind of stopped buying my own things and learned from the old-timers how to build them myself, and that's what I enjoy the most.
I think we've got a film on how the model trains run right down there in the Twin City Model Train Museum. Probably we can see that now, and there we go, Paul.
Well, our museum down there is staffed by a little over 100 volunteers. We're a 100% volunteer staff. We started building this layout in 1984, and it's about 3,500 square feet. And prior to this, we started building in 1939 in the St. Paul Union Depot. I wasn't there, but I did see the results of their works.
Isn't this fantastic?
Most of these locomotives are actual models of trains that have run or still do run in the area, which is one of the things we really take a lot of pride in.
And this is all at the Twin City Model Train Museum at Bandana Square, is that right?
We're on the second floor on the north end of the building.
Boy. How is this financed?
We have a few donations. We have an admission fee, which we try to cover our expenses with that, and dues, not very much off the dues, but it's mostly admissions.
Now, you've got a special event coming up.
Night trains.
Night trains.
Yeah, that was kind of evolved out of messing around with lights. And it turned into a real big event, and for a lot of people it's an annual thing that they do, a family tradition. And each year we try to add to it so they have a lot more to see.
Now that's coming up on Saturday nights?
It's starting the Saturday night after Thanksgiving, and we run from 6 till 9 p.m. every Saturday night until the end of February.
And you still have, you have a special Christmas train.
Christmas train hours, primarily during Christmas and New Year's for the people that come from out of town and stuff like that, get a chance to stop by. And the kids are out of school, they're looking for something to do.
Now, I'm still a kid, so they should all bring their kids down there, is that right?
I resemble that, so yeah, I would recommend it.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about now, he has literally built these himself. Tell us about them.
Well, these cars represent cars that actually were used on trains that came through the Twin Cities, and the research that goes into them can get quite deep. And so we started doing all the painting and everything, but then we build the interiors. And of course, you got to have lights. Well, when you run those during the day, it's hard to appreciate. But when you do it at night, it's like traveling down the street at night. You can look in the windows and see what people have hanging on their walls and stuff. So we did it as an experiment, and all of a sudden it caught on. And of course, trains are one thing, but the guys that were building the buildings, they weren't going to be outdone, so they started putting lights in the buildings, and pretty soon the street lights, and it's like Disneyland without the airfare.
And the fascinating thing, these are all built, if you just looked at the one on the top with the dome on, people actually sitting in there, it's unbelievable.
These are scale models. They're built 1/4 inch to the foot. The dome car is actually a model of the very first dome ever built in the United States. It was called Silver Dome. It was rebuilt from a regular passenger car, and it led the way to a lot of Zephyrs, which is what this is part of, and a lot of other trains that had dome cars in it. That was built in 1945.
Tell us, where, Bandana Square, where's Bandana Square?
We're just south of Como Park, in the old Como shops, which was a railroad shop for the Northern Pacific. And in 1984, they restored it into Bandana Square, which at that time was a shopping complex, and now it's primarily businesses. There's a hotel in one of the buildings and clinics and stuff like that. But
So they can come on Saturday nights between November 29th to February 28th and visit all the trains.
that's correct. We also are open 6 days a week over there.
Good.
And
Well, Paul, I really want to thank you for coming in today, because model trains are probably everybody's, we all love model trains, and that's really good. So thank you for coming in.
my pleasure.
Appreciate it. Okay.